Good morning. Today we're cutting back the palenques on the magueys, getting them off the bottom. But the big challenge is trying to find a good use for this mass. I can't put them in the tripper shredder. They're too big. Here, the ones that are very low. And the challenge is to find something to do with them. What to do with all of that after it's been cut. This is an old piña. This is an old maguey that's dried out. The center shell, or the pineapple of it, that is the interior of this. After they make their flower, we're left with this mass. These are the ones off the bottom that happen from probably the cold, but they get a little dry and they don't look so great. And we end up with something like this. You can see this one that's still on. This one will be taken off and left with a edge like that. Here, these will be removed that are all touching the ground. This is another piña from the maguey. After a while, they do just kind of break off. And still, these won't go through the chipper shredder. So we just use this for a base, all this mass to put around the bottom of plants to help retain the water in the ground. So this may go around an ocotillo or a mesquite tree and just lay flat with a pile of other brush. On this hillside we had some erosion, and it was creating kind of a trail coming down that I wanted to stop. So I thought we'd add these palenques here we did last year to help. To show another example, these were cut, I would say, about 3 months ago, and they're getting brown already and sealing up. This, I believe, is Maguey Americana, and this has the thorns on it, and you can see the line marks inside. This is a maguey that bloomed, and once they bloom, they're done with their life. But a fascinating thing that I learned last year, that the blooms create flowers that comes out, will create new magueys that will drop to the ground and grow. So check this out. The maguey became home for birds. Okay, so yesterday we cut off some more of these palenques, the maguey, trying to find out what to do with all that extra biomass. So here the elevation's pretty steep. So here I thought I could use the palenques from the maguey to build up more surface area, so when the water comes down it helps slow it down, maybe create more mass or biomass underneath. Okay, this is one thing we've done in the past. There's this big arroyo or creek that was cut out here to keep water from getting down to the houses and washing out. But I felt like the water was still going too fast and it was eroding too much. So we just started feeling it over the years with the palenques from the magueys. And this is a good meter, 3 feet deep, of just all the biomass that's been cut off the property. Here, some nopal trunks, the ones that fall. I have to find better use for this stuff. This is maguey we planted, I would say 2 years ago. I know it looks like it's dead, but it's not. As long as it's green, it'll come back with the rain. But trying to keep moisture in the ground is a challenge. So the rocks help. But I'm thinking I could use palenques in place of the rocks and run them down. So once Joaquin has the palenques cut, we'll bring them up here and just lie them down on each side, maybe some across, and see if that doesn't help this year to get these things going. These small ones that are planted, when they're nice and tender, the rabbits really love to chew on them, as you can see. So another example of rabbits eating on the maguey. And here again, they've just chewed all of this down. So a lot of you guys know that the magueys give out what we call pups, and they're just covered right now. So we'll take these out and transplant them. And sometimes we have to cut these away that are damaging the tree. I'd rather have this tree than just this one palenque. So we can cut it back enough. It'll still have enough at the center and give space for the tree to come up. These palenques were placed here to keep the erosion from coming down the hill. I think it's helping. It's been about a year, but you can still see how green and how much texture that they still have. This one's dead. How can you tell when they're dead? Well, they just kind of come out of the ground. We transplanted this maguey. It might make it. It's been about a year. As long as those middle ones are still nice and strong. Si con este doblado, aquí está pegado en el árbol.
¿Ya lo quitó?
Sí. So we're walking up and we found this volunteer ocotillo, so we're thinking to put some palenques around it.
¿Primero?
Sí, Chris, en sombra.
Sí.
Yeah, así está.
Ahí sí.
So it keeps some shade on it, keeps some moisture in. So we're thinking we'll just put them on both sides. Muy encima.
Ahí sí.
Más. Yeah, así.
¿Primero?
Sí. Sí, está bonito. So we think this might work. And just keep going down the line, and then one connects to another. So Joaquin has this idea to tie them in the mecate and the rope and carry them on his back versus pushing him up in the barrel.
Bueno. Ahorita vamos a ver cómo. Toma. ¡Ay, hijo de la... ¡Pásale poquito!
Con tu pie?
Está pesado. ¡Mire!
Phew.
¡Pásale poquito!
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work.
¡Ay, que sí están pesadas! ¡Están verdes!
¿Puedes?
Sí, voy a hacer a lo mejor sí ya.
Well, he says he can do it. It's better.
Fregado.
Joaquín,
Ve. Sí, me la
no
llevo.
con espalda, no con espalda.
Sí, me la llevo.
Ok, bien. Vámonos. Okay, so we found a new use for the palenques. Help get some moisture in. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you can help me out with any other ideas about what to do with the palenques, please comment below. I'd sure appreciate it. Thanks.